Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I've got something very exciting for today. So now that summer is finally here, some of you might have a little free time on your hands. And if you're anything like me, you're probably looking for some fun little projects to get your hands on. Maybe just to do while you're watching a show, or maybe even just sitting outside in the sun. So today I'll be showing and kind of reviewing some patterns I've done that are great for the summertime, and I'll make sure to leave all the links below to all the free patterns in case you want to try them out for yourself. Now, when I was planning this video, I originally wanted to show myself actually crocheting and completing the projects, and let's just say that did not go according to plan. I ended up cutting my finger so bad, and yes, I got it on camera, and I thought I needed stitches. It was terrifying. I will show the footage now. If you're scared of this stuff, you can skip ahead to the timestamp listed below. Okay.
Mama!
Yes, baby.
Ah!
Oh my gosh. 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 I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's get into the video. The first project I wanted to show you guys is super beginner friendly, and it's these blankets. Now you might be thinking, blankets and summer don't really go together. These are summer blankets. Now what do I mean by that? Let me show you. You can crochet them different ways. So this is the first big project I ever completed. So if you can see, the holes are kind of big here, which is why it's such a good summer blanket. Very, very breathable, but I still like to be covered at night. So if I don't want to get too hot, this is the blanket I always reach for. It was super easy to switch colors. Like I said, I'll leave the links to all of these patterns below, and I really love this little detailing on the side. It was super easy and super fun to do. And then this is the one I recently completed for my mom's house, a little couch blanket, and you can see it's a little bit closer together, the stitches, compared to this one where they're a little more loose. So it just depends on how you want to stitch it. Such a good mindless project if you're watching a show or something. This one only took me about a few days to complete, but also I'm unemployed and had nothing else to do. So I just dedicated all my time to crocheting. So I would absolutely recommend this one. I love that it's practical. It makes a great gift, great for the summer, great for the winter. If you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, this is a great project. All right, the next ones on my list are these little keychains and car accessories. So the nice thing about these is that they're not just for the car. I crocheted some and gave them to my sisters, and my sister actually put it on one of her bags and it looked so cute. So these can be bag charms, car charms, honestly anything you want to use them for. These ones, I will say, were a little bit harder to make. I don't think I could have done this as a beginner, so I would say this one's more intermediate to advanced. I've made some for some friends and given them as gifts before, and people love them. They're so cute. And then this one's actually just a little keychain, this little guy. And it's not perfect. This is the first and only one I've made, and while I was still starting out, so I would love to try it again now that I'm advanced or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. For the next project, I was a little intimidated at first to try to make these, but once I made them, I couldn't stop, and you'll see. I'm talking about amigurumis. I started out with just these little turtles. You'll see that some of them are kind of not holding up very well because I made them for my 2-year-old son, and he loves these. He really plays around with them, and I haven't toddler-proofed these, so I gotta learn how to do that. Very strangely, but they turned out so cute. I'll insert some pictures of when I first made them before they were all battered up. Just absolutely the cutest. With these turtles, I made a little turtle family, and they just turned out so cute. And what I really love about these, you can really mess around with the colors. I made this for my sister, and she just has it on her little bookshelf. If you're starting to get into amigurumi, I would definitely recommend these turtles. I thought that they were gonna be a lot harder to make, but I would say they're great if you're starting to get into amigurumi or are intermediate and a little bit more advanced. If you're an ambitious beginner, I think you could manage to pull this off. Like I said, my son really likes to play around with these, and this is the very first amigurumi I ever made him. It is this cow, And as you can see, he loves playing with it. He'll dance with it like this, and it just did not hold up very well. So I need to make him a new one. But this cow was actually pretty hard to make. I would say this one's a little bit more on the advanced side. I'll still link it down below. My son was on a big farm animal kick, so of course I had to make him a chicken. Of course I did. This one was actually really easy. I enjoyed making this one. He hasn't beaten this one up yet, so that's good. 10 out of 10 would recommend this one. It is so stinking cute. This one was like probably one of the easiest ones to make. Honestly, if you have a few hours to just commit to this, you can get it done within a few hours for sure. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, my son is currently obsessed with the story of the 3 little pigs. So what did I do? Of course, I had to crochet him the 3 little pigs. Are you kidding me? They turned out so cute. I'm obsessed with these. We play with these a lot. He went absolutely feral for these bad boys. The only thing I'll say is the snout detail was a little bit tricky. They all turned out kind of different, but it gives them a little bit of personality, so I can't complain. But other than that, as long as you know those like basic fundamentals, honestly, I feel like you can amigurumi almost anything. My setup got a little messed up, but I almost forgot. I literally just finished this a few days ago. It is the size of my head. It turned out a lot bigger than I thought it was going to. I used a bigger crochet hook than what it called for, and this thing is massive and I'm obsessed with it. Again, my son is currently obsessed with the book. Oh my gosh. The mouse and the big red, the mouse, the red ripe strawberry, and the big hungry bear or something like that. And here we are. Here is that strawberry. It is so soft. This one was very satisfying to make. I love how it turned out. Super easy. You would just need to know things like double crochet, increase, decrease. And I think the only stitches here are literally just single crocheting and increases and decreases. But I love this strawberry. It is so soft. I think I might make another one with the velvety type of yarn. Check this out. I think I'm having more fun with it than my son. Okay, as far as amigurumi goes, that's everything. Now let's move on to something you would probably use a lot this summer. Bags. I made this little white beach bag for my sister last summer and she absolutely loved it. This one was super easy to make, super beginner friendly. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I really love how it turned out. You can use it for farmer's market, your grocery bag, swim bag, beach bag, everything bag. The only thing I personally would have done a little bit better is either make the straps a little bit thicker. I do feel like once you have a lot of items in here, it can start to kind of just sag a little bit. So I would either have made these a little bit shorter or just thicker to hold that extra weight. But besides that, it is just so cute. I love it. Okay, this next one, I don't exactly have a pattern for, but it's just a granny square bag. And here she is. I made a whole bunch of granny squares a while ago trying to make a blanket and I just never got around to it. So I just had like 70 granny squares lying around and I was like, what am I gonna do with these? So I made this bag. It just turned out so cute. I love how it turned out. Very summer. I love the colors. My sister told me to make this pattern on one side with like more cool tones and then to do more warm tones on this side. So it's kind of like reversible and I love the idea. You can wear it with different outfits. And now the last one I'm going to show you guys is this white tank top I made. It's the first piece of clothes I've ever crocheted. It's definitely beginner friendly, so I would definitely recommend this if you want to start crocheting clothes but you're not sure where to start. And you know what, I'll even try it on for you guys. Fine, stop begging me, I'll do it. Okay, here it is on. I just think this is the cutest little top. Great for the summer. There's so many ways to style this too. You can throw on a little cardigan over it. Hold on, let me see. Like, not bad, right? cute. You can wear it with different shorts, skirts, and I feel like it's very customizable. I just went with white because it's the only color I had. The only thing I will say is I feel like it depends on what you've got going on up here. I'm very not blessed up here, so it is kind of like loose, and I feel like if you're a bigger chested girl, I don't know how well this might work for you too. I mean, it's not horrible, but actually, never mind, I think I like it. When I was crocheting this, I couldn't figure out how to do the back, so I just improvised. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's crisscrossed, and I just ended up like tying these to the thing. Like this isn't crocheted on, this is literally just a knot. That's the fun thing about crochet, you can just play around with it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna change again. So yeah, this top was super easy to make. My sister and I made matching ones, and I just love how it turned out. And again, this one did not take long at all. Oh, the other thing is I forget that yarn stretches. And so I don't know if you can see here, I made it way too long in the back, so I had to end up like overlapping it, so there's just this like weird square in the middle. I would say that was the hardest part, is just like sizing it. But again, user error. Are we noticing a pattern here? Yeah, you can honestly just make this in a day. It took me a few hours, but not bad. Making your own clothes, you sustainable lady or boy. Very good. All right, that's it. That's everything I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, or if you've made any of these yourself, and let me know which one you would try to make. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.